Antibiotics work only against bacteria, not viruses. COVID 19 is caused by a virus, and therefore antibiotics should not be used for prevention or treatment. Coronavirus disease is an infection disease. Most people infected with the virus will experience mild to moderate illness and recover without requiring special treatment. However, some will become seriously ill and require medical attention. Older people and those with diabetes, cancer, etc., are more likely to develop serious illness. Anyone can get sick with COVID 19 and become seriously ill or die at any age. The best way to prevent and slow down transmission is to be well informed about the disease and how the virus spreads. Protect yourself and other from infection by staying at least 1 meter apart from others, wearing a properly fitted mask and washing your hands frequently. Get vaccinated when it is your turn and follow local guidance. The virus can spread from an infected person's mouth or nose in small liquid particles when they cough, sneeze, speak, sing, or breathe. Stay home and self isolate until you recover if you feel unwell. Coronavirus has affected our day to day life. This pandemic has affected millions of people who are either sick or are being killed due to the spread of this disease. COVID 19 is a new virus that is impacting the whole world badly as it is spreading primarily through contact with the person. It is spread from person to person who are in close contact within 6 feet. Most of the countries have slowed down their manufacturing of the products. The most common symptoms of this viral infection are fever, cold, cough, bone pain, and respiratory problems. Apart from these symptoms, sore throat, muscle pain, loss of smell or taste can also be seen in coronavirus patients. Thus, the emphasis is on taking extensive precautions such as hygiene, regularly washing of hands with sanitizers or soap, avoidance of face to face interaction, social distancing, and wearing a mask, etc. Coronavirus or COVID 19 was first identified in December 2019 in Wuhan city of China. In March 2020, the World Health Organization WHO declared the coronavirus outbreak a pandemic. Due to coronavirus, the government of India announced nationwide lockdown for 21 days on 23rd March 2020. Government of India limited the movement of the entire 1.3 billion population of India as a preventing measure against the coronavirus pandemic in India. As a result, in India, all educational institutions and almost every commercial establishment had to be shut down. India suspended all tourist visas as a majority of the confirmed cases were linked to other countries. Thousands of migrant workers were walking across India to reunite with their families in their native places. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Indian migrant workers have faced multiple hardships with the closure of factories and workplace due to lockdown. Millions of migrant workers had to deal with the loss of income, food shortage, and uncertainty. The various industries and sectors are affected by the cause of this disease, including the power sector, educational institutions, tourism, hostels, exports, handicrafts, garment shops, wedding planners, general stores, etc. This coronavirus has drastically affected the daily life of citizens as well as the global economy. All the governments, health organizations, and other authorities are continuously focusing on identifying the cases affected by the COVID-19. Healthcare professionals face lots of difficulties in maintaining the quality of healthcare these days. With the world facing the coronavirus crisis, the pandemic has created havoc and altered human lives forever. Its impact and the consequences will be felt long after the virus diminishes. Yet, hope is a powerful healer in this crisis. Mankind stands united in its struggle against the COVID-19 pandemic. The government has described these farm bills as giving new freedom to farmers after independence. According to the government, the farmers will be empowered by these bills and will be able to enter into agreements with multinational companies, big traders, etc. According to the new Farm Bill 2020, the farmer can sell his crop in any market at the desired price. With this, farmers will get better options to sell their produce. Earlier, middlemen used to acquire a major part of the income of farmers, but now farmers will get freedom from them. The new system will eliminate the compulsion of the farmers to go to the mandi and sell their products to the licensed traders, and now the farmer will be the owner of his will. The producers will get more freedom by preparing the private market. It is their choice either to go to the APMC mandi or the private market. This will boost the thinking of one nation, one agricultural market by bringing contract farming under legal purview. Producers will be able to get a ready market for their product, and entrepreneurs will get ready raw material, because in contract farming it is decided long before that what to produce and what will be the price. In such a situation, producers will not have to bear the risk of market fluctuations. Now, farmers will not have to go round for payment and settlement of disputes. but the settlement and payment of the dispute will be ensured within the stipulated time. But the farmers believe that this bill is anti-farmer. In fact, the farmer can now sell his produce to anyone outside the APMC mandis. There will be no charge on this. APMC mandis have different mandi charges in different states on the purchase of agricultural products. Farmers also fear that after the new law, the government will stop buying crops at MSP due to this. The middlemen and market traders fear that when there will be no business outside the market, no one will want to come to the market and the APMC will be destroyed. The failure of this model has been seen in the state of Bihar. In 2006, the APMC was abolished in Bihar. However, the government rejected both these things and said that the APMC and MSP would be continued. The agitating organizations of farmers are also alleging that soon after the implementation of the new law, the agricultural sector will go into the hands of corporate houses which will harm the farmers. Now, if the farmer does contract farming, then in case of any dispute, he can only go to SDM, whereas earlier he could go to court. This right has also been taken away in the bill. Most of the farmers of the country are not able to read and understand the big contractors and terms and conditions of multinational companies. In such a situation, there is more possibility of their exploitation. Farmers also suspect that many times companies promise to buy goods of farmers at a fixed price before sowing crops under contract farming, but after the harvest is ready, the companies rejected the products of farmers by pretending to be spoiled. There is also an allegation on the Essential Commodities Bill that it may give imputes to black marketing as there is no stock limit and hoarding will increase. Opponents also say that the government is giving permission to stock, but most farmers do not have storage system, cold storage, etc. In such a situation, after production, they will have to sell their crops to the traders at a worthless price because private companies have more resources and capabilities. They will stock them and run the market on their own. In such a situation, the command of fixing the price of the crop will come in the hands of big traders, multinational companies, and private players, and the role of the farmers will be left equal. Rajasthan is divided into 33 districts for administrative purposes. District collector or district magistrate, superintendent of police, and deputy conservator of forests are assisted by officers of Rajasthan State Services. These officers are responsible for matters such as health, education, and agriculture in each district of Rajasthan are Alwar, Banswada, Bara, Barmer, Bharatpur, Bhilwara, Bikaner, etc. Stop.